Please be seated. Good morning, graduates, family members, and friends. My name is Ellen Kravitz, and I am Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the New York School of Interior Design. On behalf of the board, I welcome each of you to our 2025 commencement exercises. This ceremony is always a very special occasion. Today, 103 students hailing from 16 countries from around the globe will graduate. This year's graduates are very well positioned for success. As you enter the job market, keep in mind that last year, 92% of our graduates from our undergraduate program and 94% of graduates with a master's degree were employed with, and 94% of graduates with a master's degree were employed or pursuing further education within 6 months of their commencement. And they are all doing what they are passionate about, interior design. Let's reflect on that for a moment. Nearly all of our graduates are employed or going on to seek further education, nearly every one. That's a figure to be proud about. The success of our alumni demonstrates the importance of an interior design education from the New York School of Interior Design. They are leaders in their field. They are heading up their own businesses. They are contributing work to major industry publications and working at prestigious design firms. I personally have been in the design business for 40 years. I can't believe that. And I can say from experience that it is a dynamic, exciting, enjoyable, and very rewarding profession. You have all chosen well. As you cross this stage in a few moments, you will join a large community, and you're in very good company. It is amazing to witness how the New York School of Interior Design has evolved since its founding in 1916, when there was a dozen or so students and a single course of study. And did you know, in NYSID's early years, there were students from around the country that completed their courses via correspondence, mailing in their projects, and receiving feedback through the U.S. mail. Talk about being ahead of the curve. We were delivering distance learning over 100 years ago. We now offer 9 highly ranked certificate, undergraduate, and graduate programs at 2 campus facilities that you should be very well familiar with a robust continuing education program. Our entire graduate curriculum is available both online and on-site, and the majority of our other programs offer online components. Our CETA-accredited BFA distance degree in interior design was the first among all of the top-ranked interior design programs. So no matter where you live, access to earning a NYSID degree is possible. We are also working hard to ensure that the next generation of design talent comes from a broad range of backgrounds and cultures. To that end, after a very generous donation this year, I'm not sure if you're aware of it, We have raised over $990,000 for scholarships since 2021 for NYSID's pre-college program, so more voices and perspectives will be among the professionals contributing to the ongoing evolution of our industry. NYSID is proud that since our start, our student body has grown tremendously, along with the number of alumni who count this college as their academic home. It is quite apparent that we have come a long way, and we are so pleased that all of you are now part of that wonderful history as soon-to-be New York School of Interior Design alumni. And now, I call upon our graduates to give an enthusiastic round of applause to your families, your friends, and faculty. Thank you. New York School of Interior Design President David Sproles, would you join me at the podium? Thank you, President Sproles.
Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Chairman Kravitz, for that very warm welcome. It is truly a proud day for each of you, for your many loved ones, and for all of us at the college. I'm honored to speak to you today as the president of what will soon be your alma mater. As I think about celebrating you all this morning, I realize that you may not be aware that the college owes a deep debt of gratitude for the legacy you are leaving behind, without even knowing it. It's hard to believe that when many of you started at NYSID, we were still dealing with the effects of the pandemic and the changes it brought about. In fact, I know some of the undergraduates here were not even able to attend in-person high school graduations. I hope we are making up for that today. And graduate students, having already been through college, you knew the serious commitment and effort necessary to succeed. Yet, after all the uncertainty and lingering effects brought on by COVID, you believed in yourself enough to take a total leap of faith and pursue an advanced degree. Some of you began your NYSID education while we were under or emerging from some of the pandemic restrictions, remember masks in class, and are now graduating from what I would describe as the new normal version of NYSID. I'm grateful to the class of 25 because your voices and actions allowed NYSID to successfully embrace a monumental shift in how the college operates and teaches. Our college was forced to expand online and distance learning opportunities because of COVID, and your experience helped us understand the areas needing the most attention for students to both emotionally and academically thrive and succeed. And doing this all while striving to maintain and foster a supportive community where everyone has a place to flourish. The need for our college, or any community in my opinion, to foster a culture of belonging is an evergreen need, but perhaps even more important today as conflicts rage around the globe and many feel a sense of unease about the future. That said, I am extremely proud of how collectively the class of 25 has embraced the school's core values of fairness, openness, and care for others. Today, you have persevered to overcome occasional differences and obstacles. I'm positive you will bring some integrity to that you exhibited at the colleges to the design community as a whole. The class of 25 further cultivated and encouraged inclusive engagement by creating and joining NYSID student organizations, many of which are affiliated with national chapters. You created events and publications for student clubs like the American Society of Interior Designers, you probably know ASID, the International Interior Design Association, IIDA, and the Green Design Group, You created forums where students and guests could do a deep dive into specific design interests, develop leadership skills, and connect with designers beyond the college. And last year, NYSID students formed 2 new clubs, the Black Design Collective and the Asian American Pacific Islander Design Alliance. Open to anyone interested in joining regardless of their background, these clubs create a supportive space where students can connect with each other as well as designers nationally and globally. Your involvement while at NYSID allowed you to create a bridge to designers who share your same commitment to belonging in the wider design community. The class of 25 has regularly illustrated leadership through your sheer dedication to being the best you can be. You all know that. You can accomplish your goals when you work hard, remain focused on your objectives, and surround yourself with people who share a similar vision. While we pride ourselves on the education we provide and the success our graduates more than any given award, in the past year, our students' outstanding work has been honored with numerous awards, including, and these are all bullet pointed, 4 student grant awards from the IIDA, 3 winning designs for Nantucket by Design, 3 LIV Hospitality Design Awards, 2 Architecture Master Prize Awards, first prize and finalist in the 20th Annual Hospitality Design Magazine Awards, a New York Illuminating Engineering Society Merit Scholarship, and the Planning and Visual Education Partnership Global Student Visionary Award. Oh, there's one more, sorry, turn the page. The Hall Scholarship from the Women's Leadership Development Network. Not bad, people, really good. And finally, the class of 25 demonstrates that our tradition of excellence endures. Setting awards aside, just walking through the past 2 nights of thesis receptions showed us all that you have taken NYSID's exceptional education, which was forged and distilled through more than 100 years of experience, applied it to who you are and where you want to go, and that you are truly ready to make your unique mark. You are innovators and agents of change who demand inclusion for all and embrace the responsibility of prioritizing the health of the planet as well as our own well-being at every turn. We and the world are so very ready for you. Now, graduation represents a momentous point in time. In addition to celebrating your hard work and finishing your studies, we should recognize and celebrate the end of one phase of your life and the beginning of another. Though today's achievement is significant, you have only all just begun. This ceremony does not just represent the end of your time as a student, this ceremony marks the start of a new phase for each of us. You will soon leave this room and embark on your careers, following paths and opportunities that we can barely conceive of here. Those of us on the stage will go back to campus to welcome a new class of students in September, who bring with them new hopes and new dreams for a career filled with passion and inspiration. But we will all be linked together as we start these new phases. Through the Alumni Association, sure, you can be committed to the institution, but we all also have a commitment to design, a respect for those designers who came before us, and an openness to those who will follow us into the field. And we will always be connected as members of the New York School of Interior Design community. This is the start of what we hope will be a long and prosperous career for you. And as you start on this new path, we hope that you'll keep looking forward while remembering to give back. Give your time to your Alumni Association, give your dollars to the scholarship fund, and provide mentorship to the designers who will be coming next. It's this community that makes our world so special. So, class of 2025, congratulations. Welcome to your graduation day. And welcome families, friends, members of the New York School of Interior Design's Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, and esteemed faculty and staff. Now, before we begin the official part of the ceremony where we send you off into your exciting futures, let me recognize some of the people who most look forward to tracking your journeys. The community that we call the New York School of Interior Design consists of an amazing array of individuals who have dedicated themselves to the education of designers. Of course, there is the faculty, represented by this outstanding group of educators seated to my left, but it's composed of so many more. Outside the classroom, there are our gifted librarians who aid and support students' curiosity and ambition. And each of you has your academic advisor to thank for guiding you with infinite patience and creativity along the paths that led to the seats in which you now sit. Our admissions staff had the pleasure of meeting you as your journey at the college began, and the wisdom to recruit you here at the start. And then we all worked like mad to keep you coming back semester after semester. The New York School of Interior Design is not a vast institution, but still there are a number of people who toil behind the scenes on behalf of our students, faculty, and the broader community. A community that you graduates will hopefully remain part of for many years to come. The finance department, the bursar, the registrar, IT, facilities, communications, and institutional advancement are all essential members of the New York School of Interior Design team. I'd especially like to call out a few key members that organized and executed today's graduation ceremony. Karen Poliski, Jeannie Coe, Jennifer Melendez, Crystal Johnson, Luz Garcia, Boyd Delancey, Olivia Baldacci, and Bay Brown. Thank you. They've done a truly outstanding job. Thank you to the Board of Trustees, an immensely talented, smart, selfless, and dedicated group who bear the tremendous responsibility of providing this institution's leadership. Their representatives to my right. They also each, in their own way, connect us to some dimension of the design field. They are a valuable resource, and I hope you will seek out and sustain relationships with this venerable group of professionals committed to your success. Last but not least, our New York School of Interior Design community includes the friends, family, spouses, partners, significant others, and children, and maybe some pets, who have supported your goal of becoming a design professional. Whether it's been emotional or financial support, or maybe both, these important people in your lives deserve our thanks. Why not? And so, class of 2025, with all these people cheering you on, may your thrilling journeys continue. Our sincerest congratulations to you all. Right now, I'm going to pass the podium over to Dr. Ellen Fisher, who will present this year's prizes and awards.
Thank you, President Sprouls, and congratulations to you, class of 2025. You have worked hard to reach this day. Long nights, creative self-expression, and your passion for design that brought you to us in the first place. From the start, each of you has demonstrated the characteristics of a true designer: flexibility, resilience, and the unstoppable desire to excel. In overcoming the challenges of the past years, you have demonstrated personal strength and utmost professionalism. I know that our collective future as a community, a country, a world will be better because of you and the wonderful spaces and places that you are going to create. When you began your career at New York School of Interior Design, you might remember that at orientation, I welcomed you to your new life as designers. Think about that day. I said then that to be a designer is a state of mind. It's not a career. Being a designer means that you give yourself permission to consider beauty as an ordinary quality of everyday life. As a student, it's so easy to get caught up in deadlines and details. Some days are like steamrollers. You've just finished a few steamroller-like days. We all know that feeling. But I hope by now you have found beauty in your work at school, in your experiences at NYSID, and in the greater world of design. You might also remember that as you began your career in your design education, I asked you that day at orientation to write down your personal goals on a little piece of paper, virtual or real, to think hard on it, and then to file it away in the back of your mind, in the bottom of your purse, and corner of your wallet, and forget about it until today. Well, this is the day. And now it's time to mentally unfurl that little piece of paper and remember what you wrote there, your dreams, your aspirations, because today you can recognize that you have achieved one of your most important goals, one that at the beginning might have seemed out of reach. Today, you are graduating from the New York School of Interior Design, and that's something to be really proud of. You've experienced a first-rate education, and you now have a head start on lifelong success. In front of you lies a career as the designer of incredible interiors, places that do make people happier, make them healthier at every age and in every aspect of their lives. Your own life will never be the same. Your projects demonstrate the wide range of issues that have great meaning for you, and your work shows your commitment to making an impact on the world and the people around us. As David said, commencement is a joyous milestone, a beacon illuminating your achievements. I speak for all your teachers, your advisors, your mentors when I say, we are so proud of you. You did it. Let's hear it. We are confident that you are about to make a mark on the world through your significant contributions as professional interior designers with a deep love for what we do. Together in this academic setting, we've come through a pretty hard few years, but we have forged bonds that are deep and meaningful and that will last a lifetime. At today's commencement, NYSID's academic community joins with your friends and families to celebrate your accomplishment. The first order of business is to recognize the outstanding achievements of our students and faculty. This is the prize section. It's the best part, in my opinion. We will begin with the Chairman's Awards. So the Chairman's Awards recognize outstanding creative achievements across a body of work by an individual. It honors the Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Over the entire course of study at New York School of Interior Design, as demonstrated by a student's portfolio of work, and their academic standing. The recipients of the Chairman's Awards are ranked at the top of their classes. They are prolific designers and tomorrow's leaders of the profession. This year, we are pleased to present the Chairman's Awards as follows. And when I call your name, please join me at the podium. To a student in the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, Catriona Morgan Mary Howard. Congratulations. Thank you. Well deserved. Oh, I think you should go back. Yes, go this way. To a student in the professional level Master of Fine Arts, Carmen Clara Filomena Cruz. And to a student in the post-professional Master of Fine Arts, Christiana Theres Theophanopoulou. They're always seated in the middle of the row. I don't know why. And students in our MPS programs will receive their awards this summer when they graduate. Next, students, congratulations on your achievements. Next is the Anna Blanc-Verna Award for Excellence in Interior Design. The Anna Blanc-Verna Award was established to honor the memory of Anna, who was a 1989 graduate of the college and who distinguished herself as a designer of projects that were exceptionally beautiful and creative. Today, Anna's son Matthias is here with us. Matthias, would you please join me at the podium? He is here at every commencement and his father before him. So wonderful to see you. This is a special award because it's not about GPA in any way. This year's award is given to a senior in the Bachelor of Fine Arts who has demonstrated and expressed creativity throughout his or her entire course of study. The award goes beyond the academic requirements of solving a design problem or attainment of a perfect academic average. Rather, it's given to someone who has the ability to desire and a desire to question, to challenge themselves creatively, and to think deeply and conceptually. Lots of you fit that description. This student is unique this year because sometimes students enter knowing their full design vision. That's why they come to NYSID. But at other times they find it. This year's winner is a student who, through her thesis project, has truly come into her own and found her voice and expressed her creative and human vision. This year's Anna Blanc-Verna Award for Excellence in Interior Design is awarded to Sandhya Rajendran. And she has come all the way from India for today's commencement. See you next year. Next are the Alumni Awards. The Alumni Award is given to 2 academically outstanding graduates who have also performed exceptional service to the college and its greater community. Maria Aiello, please join me at the podium. So Maria is a 2003 graduate of NYSID, a wonderful designer, if you've ever seen her work, and current president of the Alumni Council. Our alumni awardees are our student leaders who have contributed to the life of the college in so many ways. They volunteer, they mentor, and they help create a full and rich setting for enriching experiences outside the classroom. They are true leaders, and we know that they will lead the profession in the coming years in the same way. We hope that they will continue to be involved at our college long after they graduate, representing us as accomplished designers. The recipients this year in the BFA and MFA1 programs, winners, we have one who is unable to attend commencement this year, but our MFA winner is here this year, and when I call your name, please join us at the podium. But the first Alumni Award goes to our BFA graduate, Torian M. Jones. Let's celebrate Torian. And we miss him. And our second Alumni Award goes to MFA1 graduate, Carissa Kim Pintello Sunberg. And so well deserved. Yeah. You know, you can't spend all day and all night in the studio with your nose on the computer. Sometimes you have to get out there and see the greater world. Congratulations. Thank you. The next awards are very special ones. Named in memory and in honor of Robert Herring, a beloved and longtime instructor and esteemed member of the interior design community, the Robert Herring Travel Prize was established to raise awareness among our students of the value of foreign travel to a designer's growth and to provide such an experience to an outstanding graduate in the Bachelor of Fine Arts and another in the Master of Fine Arts professional program. The Herring Prize is given to recognize a student's commitment to design and the life of a designer, and to provide a capstone educational experience of foreign travel. Students submit a proposed itinerary, a course of study, even a budget. The awards committee carefully reviews these, and trust me, the choices are always far from easy. Our first awardee is a BFA graduate. Our traveler proposes a trip to Japan, particularly at that time of the 2025 World Expo. She's excited by the Expo's theme, Designing Future Society for Our Lives. She wrote in her essay that, "This directly aligns with my passion for interior design and architecture, as it focuses on creating spaces and environments that respond to changing societal needs. Our awardee is excited about studying the integration of past and future." I'm very pleased to present the first of today's Robert Herring Awards to BFA graduate, Krista Fernandez Taha. Where are your high heels? Our second awardee is an MFA1 graduate. Our traveler began their proposal with this statement: "I have always been fascinated exploring cities and sites thousands of years old, and it has deeply influenced my design philosophy and sparked a passion for keeping craftsmanship and creative ornament alive in contemporary practice." She continued, "When I travel, one of my favorite things to do is visit cathedrals and sacred spaces. These spaces represent the peak of artistic and architectural achievement in a given place and time, and within them, I feel history come alive. For my trip, I chose Singapore and Thailand. Singapore's innovative and biophilic architecture offers a glimpse into the future, while Thailand's ancient temples and historical sites connect me to centuries-old tradition. I am very pleased to represent the second of today's Robert Herring Awards to MFA1 graduate Hadley Wall Jones." So we have found Catriona's certificate, and I'd like to call her up so she can have the photograph she deserves. Let's hear it for all our student award winners. So the final award honors a member of our esteemed faculty. The William Brager Faculty Achievement Award was established by the Board of Trustees in recognition of excellence in teaching and dedicated service. The award is in honor of the late William Brager, who was a beloved faculty member from the 1940s until the 1990s, and who remained involved with the college after his retirement. We use this moment to celebrate Bill Brager, his career as an architect and educator, and to acknowledge his dedication and generosity to the college, its teachers, and students. So this is the 30th year of the Brager Award. Each year, the Brager Fellows, and you'll identify them by their, somebody hold up your medal, right, on their red ribbon. These are the best of our faculty over the years. And each year, they nominate and elect another member of the faculty to honor as a new member of their prestigious ranks. Candidates are nominated based on their service to the college and excellence in teaching, and they are chosen by their peers, which is very important. And today, we honor another wonderful member of the faculty. Our awardee started teaching at NYSID in 2003. As co-founding principal of architectural firm In Situ Design, he brings his many years of practical real-world experience to the classroom. It is this balance between practice and conceptual design that distinguishes our awardees' teaching, thinking conceptually while addressing the realities of practice. This also reflects the high standards he sets for his students. Over his 23 years at NYSID, he has taught in the AAS, BFA, MFA1, and MFA2 programs. He created and led a study abroad trip to Madrid and Barcelona, and his 2016 MFA2 Studio 2 students' work was featured in NYSID's signature centennial exhibit, Tomorrow's Home, intended as a look ahead to NYSID's next 100 years. Outside the classroom, he has presented at the Interior Design Educators Council. He has served on the Academic Council and contributed to faculty exhibits, served as a thesis mentor, and a frequent guest critic. Whether through professional and academic collaborations and collegial working relations, he is integrally enmeshed in the academic, professional, and social fabric that is critical to creating the larger NYSID community. The award winner of the 2025 William Brager Faculty Achievement Award is Edwin Zawatsky. Edwin, please join me at the podium. Joseph Goldstein, would you also join us? Did you present it for him? Would you present this to Edwin? So Joe is the award winner 2 years ago, and some of you might have been at last year's commencement when Layden Lewis was the winner. But this year we're celebrating Edwin, who was nominated by Joe. So thank you very much, and congratulations. Next, oh, David, I think it's you to say that. That's your line. Anyway, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Fisher. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Next, we'll hear from 2 talented students who were nominated for the honor of speaking at commencement by their peers. First, I'd like to ask Amira Briggs, candidate for Bachelor of Fine Arts, to join me at the podium. Welcome.
Hey guys, we did it. We did it. Look at us. It's an honor to be representing NYSID's undergraduate class of 2025. I want to start by thanking all of you for being here today in this room with us, our NYSID faculty and staff, as well as our friends and families who have joined from all over the world to be here today. Thank you all for supporting us, guiding us, and being here today to celebrate our achievements. Hey, class of 2025, I'm looking at you. As a fellow student, I know the sacrifices you have made to get to this moment right here. You sacrificed your sleep, your social life, your sanity, just to make it through each of your courses. This is no small feat. I'm immensely proud of each and every one of you. I recognize your hard work, and I see you. When you leave here today as new grads, know that it's okay to not have your next move planned out. It's okay to feel a little lost or confused. You're never alone in that. I'm a little lost and confused. So 4 years ago, as a high school senior, I was accepted into the top design school in the country, the New York School of Interior Design, obviously. It was my #1 choice in my favorite city. It was a no-brainer for me. But for my parents, they had to contemplate sending their youngest and favorite child out of state. And at that time, I remember that almost everyone doubted me, and no one thought that I, a young, sheltered black girl from Baltimore, Maryland, could move to the Big Apple at 18 alone and make it out here in the city. No one thought I could handle it, and that was a lot for me to navigate. But I only needed one woman to believe in me. I cannot stand here today without recognizing the woman who made this all possible for me. My mother set aside her fears and concerns so that I could spread my wings and fly. And for her, I am eternally grateful. Mom, wherever you are, I could not have done any of this without your faith in me and your unconditional contributions to ensuring my success. I appreciate everyone in my village who supported me on this journey, my brother, my partner, my grandmother, my father, my friends, and my other family members. I hope that each one of you has at least one person by your side to support you in your future endeavors, even if that one person is just yourself, even for a little while. I want to remind you that being here today is proof to yourself that you can face anything. You can handle another obstacle. You can take another risk. Especially today with the uncertain state of the world, we do not know what tomorrow will bring, but we do know that we are resilient. And whatever comes at us, or perhaps doesn't come at us, we know that we can pivot and switch gears in order to meet our goals. I encourage you to remember why you chose interior design in the first place. We are the next leaders of the built environment. Although we do not have everything figured out yet, which is fine, remember to trust yourself and know that the tough times at NYSID, when you didn't think you were going to make it, pulling all-nighters, the plotter didn't work, you're putting your final presentations together, all that was not in vain. You have absorbed a great deal of information, not just about how to design a space, but also how to receive criticism and implement the best pieces of it into your design. Think back to who you were on your very first day of school. That person would not recognize the designer you are today. You should be so proud. Each and every one of you has something to offer this industry and the world. Let your unique voices be heard. I would like to tell you a story. I think back to the moment when I fell in love with commercial design. It was the very first day of Contract 1 class when I met Warren Ashworth. From that day on, he would uplift me and speak life into me and my design abilities. I felt as though he believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Later on, he asked me if I wanted to study abroad in Florence, Italy, with NYSID. I said something along the lines of, absolutely not. I'm terrified of planes, and I have a boyfriend I just can't be away from. But we spoke more about it, and he tried to convince me that it would be a great experience for me. But I hadn't even given it a second thought. But by the end of our conversation, he did convince me. And I went home, I spoke to my family about it, and before I knew it, I was on a plane for the first time in my life, going to start this new adventure. During my time in Italy, I learned a lot about myself and about life. One of the many traditions I learned while studying there was the tradition of college graduates wearing a crown of laurel on their head to celebrate their academic achievements. I invite each of you to rest on your laurels today, if only for a moment. Let this ceremony be your permission to pause and take pride in all the work you put in to get here. You earned this. Rest on your laurels today, knowing that tomorrow you will rise to take on what comes next. Congratulations, NYSID Class of 2025.
Thank you, Amira. Isn't she awesome? Now, if I may ask Carissa Kim Pintello Sunberg, candidate for Master of Fine Arts, to join me at the podium. It's all yours.
Hello. We made it. Thank you so much to the class of 2025, along with the NYSID faculty and administration, for giving me just the immense honor of even speaking with you today, so thank you. I also want to take a moment and thank the friends, family, and mentors joining us here today. I know I speak for all of the graduates today when I say that we absolutely would not have made it if it were not for your love and support. Thank you for listening to us vent about the complexity of our elevational section, even if you still don't really know what that is. Thank you for listening to us question the green undertones in our brown velvet that's ruining our whole FF&E board, even though you don't see green, you see brown, and everything looks great. It looks fine. You've truly walked alongside us in this journey and helped us arrive to today. And today is a very big deal. I know for all of us here, it took immense time, energy, and a lot of soul searching to bring us to this stage. Because design, I don't think people realize, it's a really complex field. To be good at design, it's not just, some paint chips and some fabric. There seems to be a never-ending list of subjects you need to become an expert in. You need to know history, sociology, geography, space planning, psychology, construction techniques, codes, the law, apparently, and a very unexpected amount of science and math. I think we were all a little caught off guard by the amount of STEM in this curriculum. But simultaneously, you also have to learn a lot about yourself. You learn how you see the world, how your past experiences shape your eye and your vision, what your strengths and weaknesses are, and how you hope to make the world even more beautiful. At times, this program has made us very vulnerable. When you're studying something you actually love, especially for us career changers, we know what it's like to not love what you're doing. When you love it, it feels like there's somehow a little part of you in every single thing you submit, from your floor plan, your rendering, those little downlights, chandelier, tiles. It's all a part of it. And I remember one project where I felt exceptionally vulnerable. It was a retail project during my second year, and I knew deep down I should probably pick a fashion house or high-end brand as my client, but I was feeling really insecure, to be honest. I didn't grow up in luxury, and the nicest retail design I'd ever seen was an outlet mall in Orlando. And also my previous career was in public education, so I felt completely out of element when it came to whatever luxury is supposed to be. So instead, I remember telling my professor, Todd Class, who's actually here, about my idea to do a retail space for a Korean rice cooker company called Kaku. The project was inspired by my mother's upbringing, her childhood home in Gangneung, which was surrounded by beautiful rice fields as you drove into her parents' house. And I was a little worried, to be honest, that I might get a little pushback because everyone's picking these really chic, sophisticated brands, and I want to do like a kitchen appliance store at the New York School of Interior Design. But Todd seemed pretty into it. He seemed pretty thrilled, actually. And throughout the process, he really encouraged me to get really conceptual, get a little weird, and push boundaries. And it actually ended up being one of my favorite projects, and just a giant ramp going through abstract rice terraces, but it was definitely one of my favorite memories, and I learned so much. I think one of the biggest things I've learned from creating work in this incredible curriculum and seeing the beautiful, beautiful work of my peers is that design, it doesn't look one way. Beauty, luxury, creativity, these ideas appear in all kinds of forms and interpretations. When we bring in people from different backgrounds and experiences, we get a more diverse and rich perspective on what is good taste and what is successful design. And through the collective work of everyone in our class, we truly have brought more voices to design. Thanks to the support of NYSID, the students, the faculty, administration, we now have NYSID student organizations partnering with nationwide affinity groups like the Black Design Collective and the Asian American Pacific Islander Design Alliance, which Carmen and I had the immense privilege of getting to found together. These entities make sure that people of all cultures and histories get to contribute and shape the design scene here in the US. So starting now, we are no longer the designers of tomorrow, but of today. It is now our role to pick up the baton and move the industry forward. We now get to shape not only the beliefs and the vision of design, but the experience of the workplace itself, and who gets to be a part of it. In order to make the design industry welcoming to all people of all backgrounds, voices, and socioeconomic statuses, we need to ensure that the industry offers a living wage. I think we want to see people from all ethnicities, expertise, and experiences in our offices. If we want to do that, we have to make it possible to survive right here in New York City and globally. Additionally, I think we need to make it possible for people to become parents. Designers should not have to choose between a promotion and parenthood. We deserve rigorous maternity and paternity benefits along with comprehensive health care. We deserve paid overtime, or better yet, no overtime at all. Our predecessors have taken us so far. I can't say that enough. But now it's time for us to take it even further. And I believe that if we unite and carry the human-centered thinking that we learned in the classroom into our offices, up the social ladder and into the partners meetings that we're going to be a part of pretty soon, we can achieve a world where everyone from any background can be a part of defining beauty in interior design. This is a very special group of students. I know that many of you in this room have had to endure hardships while balancing rigorous academic work. Whether personal loss, health crises, or financial hardship, I and all of us, we've watched each other just grow and be inspired by your perseverance both in professional work and in your character as you navigate life's unfair challenges. We are not a group that's hindered by the status quo. We're not a group that accepts defeat, and we're not threatened by a challenge. Well, sorry. I've seen your strength and your tenacity, your creativity and your unrelenting spirit. And I know that we, as the class of 2025, We're here to make the world not only more beautiful, but better. Thank you.
Another awesome one, right? Thank you, Carissa, for those really motivating words. I'd like to ask everyone for another round of applause for both Amira and Carissa. We are now very fortunate to be hearing from two esteemed design leaders this year, Stellene Volandes and David Kleinberg. Stellene will now be introduced by New York School of Interior Design board member Alexa Hampton. Alexa, would you please join me at the podium?
Hello and congratulations to the NYSID Students 2025. I think it is fair to say that this is not the beginning nor the end, but rather the end of the beginning. Congratulations on this immense accomplishment. This graduation is a result of your dedicated hard work to become experts in the various and allied fields that make for a great interior designer. And because of your smarts and global understanding of the field, you also know that our profession is not a solitary endeavor. The world of design isn't one run by designers alone. It is a complex and layered ecosystem powered by clients, artists, craftspeople, manufacturers, teachers, curators, connoisseurs, dealers, technicians, as well as those in the very necessary category of design journalism. Journalists shape design culture in a million important ways. They are colloquially seen as a group that determines trends, who might be in and what might be out. But that is really a hilarious far cry from the reality of what they do. Design journalism is an interdisciplinary field that combines traditional journalism while considering the depths of design thinking and principles. Notably, the knowledge, experience, and eye of an accomplished design journalist helps them thoughtfully identify and explore the beauty and innovation that makes designers tick and various design movements iconic. They are our visual storytellers who can make sense of it all, both to the public and to the designers themselves. Lastly, at their highest ranks, they are astute business people. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing an exemplar who exists at the very, very top of this field, Stellene Volandes. Stellene is an editor, author, and cultural leader who has worked across journalism, design, and the arts. Since 2016, she has been the editor-in-chief of Town & Country, where she has shaped the magazine's voice around heritage, philanthropy, design, and cultural relevance. In 2020, she also joined the masthead of ELLE Decor, taking on the Herculean job of editorial director, guiding the vision for this quintessential brand and assuring the ongoing high standards of this esteemed and long-established design Bible. Stellene's interests, of course, transcend siloed industries and disciplines. In addition to steering the direction of two monumental magazines, she's also the author of two books, Jeweler, Masters, Mavericks, and Visionaries of Modern Design, a celebration of jewelry designers and the evolution of their work, and Jewels That Made History, which explores the cultural and historic resonance of iconic pieces of jewelry and their impact on world events. Her scholarship on the history of jewelry and its wider impact on society is yet another arena in which she artfully synthesizes cultural influence through the lens of her design expertise. Stellene also serves on the board of Lincoln Center Theater. Oh my God, it's exhausting. She is a longtime champion of New York's theater scene. So graduates, if you're not already awed by the breadth of her abilities, please know that she also excels at giving back, a core value at NYSID. We are honored to hear Stellene speak and to recognize her contributions with today's presentation of an honorary doctorate of fine arts degree. Stellene, will you join us at the podium?
Every time I speak to designers, I always wonder if they're listening to me or if they're looking around the room thinking what they could do with the place. So just give me like 10 minutes and then you could do your plans. I'm so happy and honored to be here with all of you today. And I want to thank David Sproles Ellen Fisher, and Ellen Kravitz for inviting me to join. But I want to first and most sincerely thank you, the graduates today, for believing in this profession and choosing it as your life's work, and for coming to this school and valuing that this profession is an art and a business that needs to be studied and understood. You now come into our world, this incredible industry and community, armed with everything that you have learned. Now, as a speaker at graduation, I'm expected to offer you some advice on what's next, how to make it happen. So this, in my humble yet highly opinionated opinion, is some of the things that I believe are important next. Now, I promise you this speech is not going to be all about Hester Prynne and the Scarlet Letter, but I do warn you they're going to come up. Many graduation speeches urge you to never give up. I'm going to suggest that you actually do the opposite, that for the right reasons and at the right time, the best decision is giving up. It is what I call the power of the pivot. I'm going to ask you to consider the possibilities that open when you do give up, when you exercise that power. Some of you have already done it. You have pivoted from other careers, from other majors, from ideas, your own and others, of who you are or who you should be. And look at the power of that pivot. It brought you here today. Here you are graduating from this incredible institution, ready to take on the design world, armed with the knowledge and the skills to do just that. Sometimes the pivots are going to be that monumental. Sometimes the pivots are going to be smaller in scope, but no less powerful. You might want to go mid-century again when everyone has turned their backs on it. You might decide to do brown lacquer walls when everyone around you is intent upon eggshell. Sometimes it might simply be a matter of giving up on an idea that you thought was just so good, only to realize that actually there is something better. Okay, here comes Hester Prynne. Because she represents my own big pivot. And I hope that this pivot opens up your minds of what's possible. I was an assistant at Vogue right out of college. It was my dream job. I was an English major. After 3 years there, I wasn't sure it was the right world for me. I decided to quit publishing and teach high school English at LaGuardia. I miss Timothy Chalamet, just to be clear. My bosses at Vogue thought I was crazy. Many people did. Many people outright told me I was making the wrong decision and that I would never, ever come back to publishing. And for 2 years, I absolutely loved teaching. I thought it was my calling. I thought it was what I was meant to do. And then I didn't. And so I decided I wanted to go back, to pivot back into publishing, to ignore the voices in my head and everywhere that wondered what I was doing again. Here you are, jumping around. I wasn't jumping around, I was pivoting. Back into publishing, where my old boss at Vogue had become editor-in-chief of Departures magazine and gave me the opportunity that I was told I would never have if I left. I became an assistant editor at Departures. I stayed there for a decade, and I only left to become an editor at Town & Country, where I have been for 13 years. There's an incredible speech Steve Jobs once gave at Stanford graduation, and if you haven't read it, I urge you to do so. Anytime I'm at a crossroads, I Google that speech and read it. He had dropped out of college and was kind of floating around doing lots of different things. He decided to sit in on a calligraphy class with no purpose, with no goal in sight. And he really never knew what he might use that for, except when he was developing the Mac and he looked back on his calligraphy classes to create the fonts on the Mac. Now, I'm not Steve Jobs, and I did not invent Apple, okay? But when I think about what he says, connecting the dots backwards, I think about my time teaching and what it gave me that I never would have had if I hadn't left and pivoted. I can stand in front of basically anyone and public speak with no butterflies. That's what happens when you get up in front of 35 New York City high school students and try and get them interested in Hester Prynne and Huck Finn. I also, and this helps me on every single article I write, I learned how to make sure that even if someone is not interested in what you are about to talk about or read about, you find a way to get them interested. Again, Hester Prynne, New York City high school students. Teach them that she is actually a rebel triumphing against her community, and you have their attention. A pivot, what I want to say, is not merely about leaving one thing behind to start another. It's about taking all that you have learned and continuing on a path. Maybe you turn a little bit to the right, maybe you turn all the way on to the left, but that path, right, left, forward, backwards, that's what's going to get you on the path that is made only and distinctly for you. Okay, now less philosophy, some practical advice. Save all your contacts. Keep your address book updated. The power of your network, and look around this room, this network that you have will guide you and empower you. Reach out to those you admire. Show up to the office, to events, for this industry, for your community. Email is great, but sometimes a positive comment on a designer's work who you admire begins a beautiful relationship. Use every measure at your disposal. Another thing, 2 words that should not go together, but that I believe deeply are the twin pillars of success: humility and ambition. Remember that no job is too small, but no job is too big either. Whatever job you are asked to do it with excellence and enthusiasm. But while you are keeping your head down and working, or your hand up for opportunity, remember to always keep your mind and your heart filled with the biggest dreams imaginable. And if you remember nothing else, remember this. Remember the joy. You have all chosen a creative life. That choice is a brave and beautiful one. It's not easy, and there will be challenges. But never forget how lucky we all are to pursue our dreams, to make a job doing something that we love. I speak from experience. Do you realize how rare that is? Celebrate that and value it. And remember that only you can do what you can do. Learn history, harness and understand the power of technology, but be confident in what your mind and your imagination can achieve. Can technology actually replace true human creativity, a mind really at work? I'm not convinced. Now all of you, go onwards and upwards and prove me right. Congratulations.
Bear with me a moment. Thank you, Stellene, for those amazing and encouraging words. What's the one word we're going to remember? Pivot. Okay. David Kleinberg will now be introduced by New York School of Interior Design Chairman Ellen Kravitz. Ellen, would you join me at the podium?
Thank you, President Sproles. It is an honor for me to introduce David Kleinberg today. David and I have served on the NYSID board together for almost a decade. Together, we have supported the school through triumphs and challenges. Challenges? No challenges. David has always been a thoughtful contributor, especially when we have had complex decisions to make. But today, we are here to honor David's own 35-year career as one of the most celebrated names in interior design globally. His work can't be pigeonholed stylistically, but is always modern in sensibility, even as it references history. He creates spaces that at once have an understated elegance and practical comfort, often incorporating bespoke furnishings and exquisite and detailed craftsmanship to achieve a sense of effortless luxury, all highly attuned to each client's lifestyle. After graduating from Trinity College in 1976, David gained enviable experience working for venerable firms like Denning and Fourcade, Maria Palmer, a 16-year tenure at Parrish Hadley. He left Parrish Hadley in 1997 to start his own New York-based David Kleinberg Design Associates, which today employs 20 people. David's awards and accolades are many. He is a member of the Interior Design Magazine Hall of Fame and has been honored with the Albert Hadley Lifetime Achievement Award by NYSID. He was first named to Architectural Digest's AD list in 2012 and a member of ELLE Decor's A list since 2011, both very highly regarded lists in our industry. His work is regularly published internationally, including the monograph David Kleinberg Interiors, recently published by Monticelli Press. David's work often celebrates his early influences, including in his own Upper East Side apartment, where he preserved historic details like elaborate millwork and marble fireplaces, while incorporating a clean-lined master suite and a chinoiserie dining room to create an experience that takes cues from his early days designing both Denning and Fourcade and Parrish Hadley. David's design expertise extends well beyond Manhattan and the Hamptons. He has even done interiors for 2 super yachts built in the Netherlands, showcasing his versatility as well as his consistent attention to detail, which are a hallmark of his work. Today, we are honored to hear David speak and to recognize his contribution with today's presentation of an honorary doctorate of fine arts degree. David, will you please join me at the podium? It's all yours.
I'll put these on. Be better. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, President Sproles, Ellen Kravitz, members of the Board of Trustees, esteemed faculty, families, and most importantly, the graduating class. I'm truly honored to receive this degree from New York School of Interior Design, an institution I respect greatly. and apparently have been on board of for 10 years. I thought there was a limit to boards, but I'll ask that question later. This is a rather ironic event for me for two reasons. First, my mother always wanted me to be a doctor, and although I'm told I may not change my business cards to read Dr. Kleinberg, I believe she would have been just as pleased as I am at this unexpected honor. The second reason for this irony is because I actually never attended design school myself. Perhaps I should keep that piece of information to myself today, given the circumstances. But I bring it up not to downplay the value of your education, but to emphasize it. Because not going to design school remains one of the very few true regrets of my career, one that has rewarded me so much more than I imagined as a young boy in suburban Long Island. What you've experienced, the structured training, the late nights drafting, revising, the feedback, the shared meals, critiques, community, that's a profound foundation, and one I truly envy. My own education came not from a classroom, but from the legendary office of Parish Hadley. I spent 16 years there working under Sister Parish and Albert Hadley, two icons of American design. It was in many ways, really in every way, the finest school I could have attended, though not without its complications. After 2 years of working without a break, I took my first vacation. And upon returning, I found a note slipped under my apartment door letting me know I'd been fired. I went straight to see Mrs. Parrish the next morning before going to the office. I apologized for the miscommunication about my holiday time. She was gracious, or amused, anyway, allowed me to keep the job. I remained there for 16 more years. There are worse ways to begin a career. I learned a lot at Parish Hadley. Some lessons were about scale and proportions, others were about communication and humility. That early stumble reminded me that clarity, especially in this business, is everything. Clients, collaborators, and certainly employers don't like surprises, but they will usually forgive sincerity. This career we've chosen is, at its heart, a life in pursuit of beauty and taste, two of the most ephemeral, subjective, and ever-changing ideas in human culture. A few years ago, I was asked to write an essay about taste. I accepted somewhat naively and then found myself entirely stumped. What I finally came to was this. Taste is an aesthetic concept. Taste as an aesthetic concept is like trying to describe the color of oxygen. It's intangible, personal, constantly shaped by the world around us, and yet we often know it when we see it. It's like perfect pitch, elusive but real. I spent 40 years in pursuit of the service of this idea. When I was younger, imagine back, I leaned towards minimalism, neutral palettes, disciplined symmetry, a sense of control. But over time, that shifted. Spending time in Tangier, Morocco in recent years has opened me up to color and pattern. There's something liberating about ornamentation when it's done with depth and purpose. So if there's one constant I can offer you as a graduate, it's this. Your taste will change, and that's something to celebrate. You'll also discover probably sooner than you like that design is not just about beauty. It's about boundaries. I once interviewed for an exciting project where the clients had an impossibly short timeline. I told them as gently and politely as I could that if someone else claimed they could deliver that quickly, they were either inexperienced or being untruthful. I didn't get the job, but I stand by what I said. You'll be tempted early on, maybe always, to say yes to everything. Try to remember, honesty might not win you every commission, but it will build the kind of career you can live with and be proud of. Design, at its best, is an act of service. You're stepping into someone else's life to help them shape it. That's a responsibility and a privilege. But it's also a business. That means respecting the process. Budgets, timelines, the rhythm of collaboration, and learning from the many people who will know more than you do, and there will be many, carpenters, framers, fabricators, electricians, antique dealers. Listen to them. You can't Google intuition or experience. Design has the unique ability to shape how we experience the world, not just visually, but emotionally. The spaces we create influence how people think, feel, connect. As designers, we're both technicians and emotional translators. Every detail from the curve of a chair to the warmth of a color can communicate care and intention. You've heard this earlier. Whenever you can, travel. I loathe airport security, but there's no substitute for what travel does to the eyes and the brain. Seeing how people live and move through space will change how you design it. Look for inspiration everywhere. One of my greatest creative influences has always been George Balanchine, not an architect, but a choreographer. His genius was in moving bodies across a stage with extraordinary visual and spatial clarity. Watching his work is like witnessing architecture in motion. Balance, rhythm, structure, and grace, all refined into form. His choreography reminds me that both design and dance are about shaping space with purpose. Neither is static. Both are lived in and moved through, and both, when done well, are quietly breathtaking. You'll be tempted to play it safe or to follow trends. Avoid both. Neither will serve you or your clients over time. Design for the people who live in the space, not for the people who might double-click on Instagram. It's easy to be seduced by what's popular or what looks good in a photo, but your real responsibility is to create something lasting, something intelligent, something that works. Don't apologize for having a point of view. That's exactly why people hire you. Just make sure your point of view is in service of the client, not of the algorithm. The community of design has given me everything: a career, a sense of purpose, and a staggering number of beautiful friendships with clients, craftspeople, artists, writers. It continues to give. Every year I take on interns from NYSID, 2 or 3 students who join our office to gain experience. Their energy, ideas, sheer enthusiasm, it's one of the most gratifying parts of what I do. I hope each of you finds the same joy in sharing, mentoring, and giving back. So to each of you graduating today, congratulations. You've done something remarkable, something I didn't do. Now go out into, go out into the world and make decisions, make mistakes, make beauty. It's been my privilege to share today with all of you. Thank you.
Wait, David, don't go anywhere, but thank you for your inspiring words. So David and Stellene, if you would please join me at the podium. It is now time to bestow upon you the New York School of Interior Design's highest honor, the Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts, with all the rights, privileges, and immunities appertaining thereto. They're behind the flowers. Just so you all can see them. There we are. Stellene, there you are. Congratulations. David, there you are. Now that you are Doctors Volandes and Kleinberg, allow us to, oh, sorry, you did that. Allow us to place the hoods on your head. But congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
I just jumped ahead in the script a little bit, as you saw, but now we're at the moment you've all been waiting for. All of you in the black robes, we're going to do the presentation of degrees. As we call the names of our graduates, you will hear that some have been bestowed with honors or high honors. Honors indicates a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.79, and high honors indicate a cumulative GPA of 3.8 or higher. Dr. Ellen Fisher, will you join me at the podium?
Now, class of 2025, it is your turn to shine. Will the 2025 candidates for the Associate in Applied Science in Interior Design please rise and come to the stage? Step to the steps. Cindy Azria. Samantha Belfus, with honors. Shauna Joelle Blockman, with honors. Jessica Chow, with high honors. Cameron Savita Clothier, with honors. Grace Futine Dowd, with high honors. Judith Limon Gonzalez. Erica S. Gunsberg, with high honors. Stephanie Christine Larry, with high honors. Mackenzie Meter, with high honors. Rina Okamoto. Charlene Elizabeth Parkin, with high honors. Alexis Strategakis, with honors. Amber Taylor, with honors. And Catherine Wilcox White, with honors. Let's hear it for them. I would also like to acknowledge those distance learning candidates for the Associate in Applied Science and Interior Design, as well as those not able to attend today. Rachel Celeste Krieger, Sarah Shirley Finley, Zahava Gitelis, Sarah Grady, with high honors, Isabel Lum, with high honors, Denise J. Matthews, with high honors, Camila Orozco, with high honors, Abigail Sauber, with honors, Rose Shiner, with high honors, and Stacy Marie Stenahem, with high honors. Let's hear it from them, for them.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the New York Board of Regents, I do hereby confer upon you the Associate in Applied Science and Interior Design. Congratulations.
Yay! Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design please rise and step toward the stage? There's a lot of honors here. You know, and it's a very hard program. As the dean, I'm starting to think about, that. Our first person, Shoshana Beck, with high honors. Amira Briggs, with honors. Valerie Chung. Sean Frederick Diamond. Congratulations. Jasmina Dillier with honors, sorry. Congratulations. Charlie Ray Genovese with honors. Gala Aguilar Gonzalez with honors. Anena Sophie Holter Sorensen. Catriona Morgan Mary Howard with high honors. Sophia Serna Iriondo. Young Chia Ke with honors. Satchel Gonzalez Macias. Parmita Madavi with honors. Evelina McMahon. Megan Ruth Ellen Milner. Michaela Niemer. Norma Alkesh Kumar Patel with high honors. Not here. Okay, I'll move on. Matthew Ryan Perry with high honors. Sundhya Rajendran. Bracha Schoenfeld with honors. Bridger Scow with high honors. Reese Smith with high honors. Congratulations. Shelby Nicole Summers with honors. Krista Fernandez Taha with honors. Ru Yin Wang with high honors. Jamela Phillips Winoker with high honors. Congratulations. Ewen Jun with honors. Congratulations. guess I have to do this. I would also like to acknowledge those distance learning candidates for the BFA in Interior Design, as well as those not able to attend today. Duha Fadi Ajaj, Marina Angel, Anastasia De La Fuente with high honors, Nicole Kathleen Hand, Torian M. Jones, and Madeline Rogero So with high honors.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the New York Board of Regents, I do hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the Master of Fine Arts in Interior Design, one, please rise and come to the stage. Lewandowski, yeah. David Becerra. Juliana Boglione with high honors. Deja Lynn Brown with honors. Carmen Clara Filomena Cruz with high honors. Alyssa Victoria Degenhart with high honors. Laura Ferraris with high honors. Caroline Gryway with high honors. Jefferson Johannes with honors. Hadley Wall Jones with high honors. Katerina Jovich with high honors. Belite Lenuses Kakpo with honors. Leona Kogan with high honors. Christina Claridge Llewellyn with high honors. Angel Lopez with high honors. Lee Jun Oyang. Dipakshi Paliwal with honors. Katie Phillips with high honors. Ariana Risk with high honors. Fernanda Romero with high honors. Naor Saed Aldin. Daria Setrakian with honors. Carissa Kim Pintello Sunberg with honors. Great job. Obiageli Abi Ukatu. Abi. Helen Yang. Dionysia Zipidas with honors. I would also like to acknowledge the candidates for the MFA of Master of Fine Arts in Interior Design who are not able to attend today. Michael Baum with high honors and Hannah Dirks with honors.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the New York Board of Regents, I do hereby confer upon you the Master of Fine Arts in Interior Design. Congratulations.
That is a driven group, for sure. Will the candidates for the post-professional Master of Fine Arts in Interior Design, or MFA2, please rise and come to the stage? Abdul Rahman Al-Kandari with high honors. Shreya Dada with high honors. Anjali Kamani. Shambhavi Sanjay with high honors. Devanshi Sidpura with honors. Christiana Thaddeus Theophanopoulou with high honors.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the New York Board of Regents, I do hereby confer upon you the Master of Fine Arts in Interior Design. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the Master of Professional Studies in Lighting Design please rise and come to the stage? Riddhi Kiran Doshi. Veronica Gonzalez. Aronda Nicole Alvarez Martel. Clay Alistair Moorman. And Callie Van Leer Walton. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is a little change in the program. I would like to acknowledge also the candidates for the Master of Professional Studies in Lighting Design who are not able to attend today. Shane Moen.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the New York Board of Regents, I do hereby confer upon you the Master of Professional Studies in Lighting Design. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the Master of Professional Studies in Sustainable Interior Environments please rise and come to the stage? Pariti Jain. Congratulations. Tamana Suchdev. Krishma Shrestha. And Maria Luciana Viola.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the New York Board of Regents, I do hereby confer upon you the Master of Professional Studies in Sustainable Interior Environments. Congratulations. And now, to make it official and to symbolize your movement from candidate to graduate, all graduates, please move your tassels from right to left. I think a lot of you did that already. Class of 2025, I believe that you all have benefited from an education like no other. There are New York School of Interior Design graduates from all over this world who have distinguished themselves in so many different ways, and we stand in awe of the new ways in which our alumni continue to make the college proud. As you begin the next phase of your life and your career, I have every confidence that you, as part of this group of talented graduates in front of me, will join those who came before them to use their skills, intellect, and boundless creativity to make a genuine difference in this world. The role of the designer in the welfare of society is paramount. I know you all understand that, and I know that as you leave here, you leave us to go on to do amazing things with your education. Once again, congratulations, and thank you, friends, family, and everyone else for joining us here today. Thank you for helping to celebrate us, and congratulations, everyone. Enjoy the afternoon. And I ask that everybody remain seated as we all process out. Thank you.